welcome to Tasmania TV. In today's video, I thought I'd just clear things up about what the heck has been going on with my health lately. If you follow me on Facebook or Instagram, you've seen that I've been on sick leave for 6 weeks and that I've been sort of complaining about my neck and shoulder a lot. So I know some of you have been worried, and I know that you've been wondering what the hell has been going on, so I thought I'd just make this video to quickly explain what has been wrong with me. And yeah, just to show you that you don't have to worry about me or anything like that. Okay, so I'm gonna try to keep this short, but it is kind of a long story. So I've been on sick leave for 6 weeks, but I'm back to work now. And the reason for it is because I've been having problems with my neck and with my shoulders, specifically my right shoulder, but a little bit from the left one as well. And I've been having serious pains. I've been numb, like my hands and fingers have been numb whenever I've tried working. And yeah, just been in serious pain. So I've been on sick leave and I've gotten to rest and I've been to physiotherapy and I'm doing better. So let's start at the beginning. About maybe 8 years ago or so, I got my first neck lockdown, which is, if you've never had this, it's basically when something's fucked up in your neck to the point where you cannot move your head. It's completely locked. That's what it means by lockdown. If you try to move it, it hurts like you will not believe. So if you have a serious case of a lockdown, it means you're like bedridden for up to 2 weeks. Probably the worst one I ever had was I couldn't move out of bed at all for an entire week. Like, I had to get up to pee and stuff, obviously, and I cried every single time I had to move. Like, even if I had to just move it 2 centimeters, I cried because it hurt so bad. So, yeah, I had the problems with the lockdowns. They just came like this, and then it started happening more and more frequently, and I didn't know what was going on. I was really scared. I'd never had anything like that before, and I started going to chiropractors and getting massage treatments and all kinds of crap, like trying different things to treat this. And yeah, I found things to sort of treat it at the time, but they always came back. And the treatments were never like instant. You're never relieved of your pain right away when it's a neck lockdown, but it can ease things up a little bit for you and it can help the transition go faster. So after meeting tons of different people about my neck not getting any better at all, I finally was able to talk to an orthopedist, like a professional head and neck person, an actual doctor. And they took an MRI of my neck and they did like everything super meticulously, which hadn't been done before. So it kind of pissed me off that I wasn't taken seriously until that time. We're talking like maybe 3 or 4 years with severe neck pains on and off without anybody actually helping me. But then I was there, I met with the doctor and I had the MRI and they discovered that I had 3 herniated discs in my neck. A herniated disc is something that a lot of people have. It's not uncommon at all. A lot of people have it and they don't even know that they have it. And some people have it and then they get serious problems and they have to perform surgery to lock their head because the pain from moving is so bad that you'd rather not be able to move your head. In Swedish we call this steloperera, which is kind of like saying stiff surgery, like they just lock your movement. And I was instantly scared that I would have to do that when I learned that I had herniated discs. And like I'm not gonna get the papers, but I still have like the draft from what the doctor said. It wasn't just the herniated discs, like 3 of them. It was also like a bunch of other crap, like so many things that was wrong with me, and I was scared and I didn't know what this would mean. And also on the MRI, they saw something. The MRI was only for the neck, like they took just the upper part, and then they thought they saw something in my spinal cord or central canal as well. So they called me back to do a second MRI on my entire back, and they found out that I have a malformed or degenerated spine. My entire central canal is extended. And this in its own is something that you're probably most likely born with, and it's something that you can live your entire life with without ever getting any problems from. but it can also cause some problems. So at the time, the doctors didn't know if this had something to do with the pain that I was having in my neck or if this was completely unrelated, but they wanted to explore it. But it turned out that my malformed spine was likely not causing the neck to give this much problems. And I've had callbacks and stuff to double check on the back, but the back has been fine. So we're not going to worry about that until there's something to worry about, because you can get some pretty serious illnesses and like tumors and shit when you have a degenerated spine. So I was really worried, but at the moment I'm doing fine, and hopefully I'll be fine for the rest of my life. So let's hope for that. But yeah, the neck was still like giving me a lot of pain, and I learned that it was herniated discs, and they basically told me that I would have to live with this for the rest of my life, that I would always be on and off in pain, different scales. I would never be 100%, and it's kind of a shitty thing to hear when you're 30, but yeah, that was the case. And they told me that the only way to make it better is to fucking fix the way I sit, because this was me at work. I was sitting like this, and this is not good. Anytime I see somebody sitting like that, we call it gamnacke in Swedish, which is like a vulture's neck, when you just push your head forward. Every time I see somebody sitting like that, I yell at them, because you can seriously damage your neck and your head, and oh my god, your body. Just, you have to sit properly. And I do now. I've done ever since I learned this. The reason I was sitting like that was because my eyesight had gotten worse, and I was just trying to get closer to the monitor, and I hadn't realized that my eyesight had gotten worse. So stupid. So I got glasses, and I was like, okay, shit, I don't have to lean forward anymore. So yeah, don't sit like that, because holding up your head is what your neck is for. That's what its job is. And if you're constantly sitting the way I just showed you, then the muscles in the back are working fucking overtime to keep your head up, and they're not getting any help or support from the rest of your back or from your shoulders or anything. It's just those particular muscles working. And when those muscles shut off, you cannot move your head at all. So those are the kind of lockdowns that I got in my neck. And those were fucking brutal. So yeah, so I started working out, not like a motherfucker, not in an insane way, but a couple of times a week, different kinds of workouts, and doing some physio on and off, basically. And then I got better. Like the first half of 2015, all through summer, I'd say, I was fine. I maybe had like 1 or 2 lockdowns, and they were smaller ones, so they were fine. I was able to work and everything. But then I had a really, really intense work period in both August and September, I think. At least all through September. And that led to me just, my body just giving up completely. My shoulder and my neck is just, it couldn't take it. It was too much. Because constantly like typing and constantly clicking on a mouse, I was doing so much video editing that this arm was just, it was completely fucked, like ruined. So the doctors gave me the 6 weeks of sick leave, and I got another MRI to compare with the old one to see what happened and what changed in there. And I got the results today, which is why I'm recording this today, so that I can share the news with you. And even though I've been in pain, and I still feel a little bit of pain, it is getting better. And I actually learned that my herniation, like my herniated discs, they've fucking healed, which is a really difficult thing to accomplish. I told my doctor when I got there, like, oh yeah, I have these herniated discs, and he looked at the new results, and was like, no, they're not herniated, they're just bulging discs, which is a completely different thing, not nearly as bad as a herniated disc. And I said, I'm pretty sure they told me I had herniated discs, and then he just picked up the old paper, compared it to the new paper, and said, yeah, you did have herniated discs, 3 of them, but now they're not herniated anymore. All you have is a bit of bulging, which basically means that they're still like, they've been like knocked around a little bit, and they need to be knocked back into shape. And the way to do that is to sit properly, like work properly, use the right kind of equipment that works best for your body, and do physio and work out, like be active. Don't be super still all day long. So if you have a very still sitting job like me at the moment, then yeah, you have to overlook how you sit and how you work, especially during intense periods, because that's what ruined things for me. So yeah, bulging discs. So I'm gonna keep doing physio, keep trying to sit right and doing my best to keep my posture. And hopefully I'm gonna get better. I'm probably never gonna be 100% still because my neck is weakened. But I'm hoping, really, really hoping that it's never gonna go back to being as bad as it was in those worst years before I got my first proper evaluation. It was so bad, you guys. I had at least once a month, my head was completely immobilized because of these horrible neck lockdowns. I don't wish that on to anyone. That was just, oh, it was a total nightmare. But things have gotten better, and hopefully they'll keep getting better. I'm gonna keep fighting for it at least. So it's been good news that the herniation is gone, at least. So I'm having a little sippy of bubbly today to kind of celebrate that my neck is doing a little bit better. So that's it. I want to say a big thank you to everyone who's expressed concern to me and told me that you hope I get well soon, and just been super sweet and awesome, as you guys always are. So thank you so much for that, and this is basically the whole story. So now you know, and you don't have to worry about me, okay? I'll see you in my next video, guys. Bye. Love you.